Hey, it's been a while since I've made a video, but since the last kickers, punters, and passers videos I made some modifications to the original design by Coach Kenshin. I talked to him about the design of the punter, which is basically the regular adjustments of the tension, okay, with the rubber band there that if you look on his page, he shows you how to make those. And then with the piece of plastic there that's flattest on the ankle, which is where you clip the ball on. Okay, so that would give you a little more height on your kick. What I did was I made an adjustment. I'm trying to make all of the Kenshin toepro kickers and passers to be have the ball be able to be applied on there without looking for the slit in the ball. As you know, most of these balls, they have a little slit in them. You have to kind of see where the slit is sometimes. It's really hard with the white felt balls. So what I came up with for the punter, which this section to be about the punter, is I made a piece of plastic that's, you can see it's almost like a U, and I glued it to the ankle. So the ball actually just sits in that crease. See that? So when the ball takes off, if you put it on there at the right trajectory, it'll take off in this area, okay, opposed to down here. So I got 10 balls here. I'm just gonna set my punter here. Line of scrimmage is the 20, so I'm gonna set them back at the 5. So that's 15 yards. And I got a returner, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and put them 50 yards back. So I'm just gonna randomly kick 10 balls, and we'll see where they land. Okay, here's the first one. Put the ball on there. Right, kick it. Okay, there that one goes. A little bit to the right of him. I don't know if you can see it. It landed right there. Here's the second one. Okay, put it on there. See, I don't have to look for the slit. That one's behind them at the 10-yard line. These are all landing on the board. The third one. Okay, 20-yard line. They're all on the right side of them. You can angle them depending on how how you made your kicker kick. Fourth one in front of them, pretty close. See, all these are right on this side of them. I'm gonna angle it a little more to the other direction to see if we can kick it over that way a little bit. Oops, that one I put on there too high. This is a smaller ball, so it wasn't holding in the. See, it's a smaller ball. It's not holding in there. Now I'm gonna try to put this on sideways, and hopefully it'll kick better. Had it up too high too. See, this one's small. When it's small like that, you can always close the plastic a little bit. Okay, there's that one, kick to there. If it's too small, you can always pinch that plastic close. Okay, depending on the balls you use. That's why that's a little better than having one piece of plastic or two separate pieces of plastic. You have one piece, you can squeeze it together. Fix this back. All right, so here's the other one. Okay, that one hit the board and then went out of the end zone, so that'd be a touchback. Okay, this one. Okay, same thing on that one. They're getting a little deep, so I want to keep it on the board, so I'm gonna add a little more height on it. There you go. That one goes out eventually. They're all landing on the board. This is another one that's kind of a thinner ball. I'm put it on sideways. Yep. See, these thinner balls, they kind of get hung up in the bracket like that one did. And there's the last one. So again, this return man is 50 yards deep. Okay, out of the 10 balls, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 balls to stay on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them is between 45 and 70 yards. So that's just me just messing around with them. Obviously, some of these balls, I'll show you some of the balls that didn't quite stay on there. They're a lot more narrower because they've been beat up a little bit. So I would technically have to close that plastic a little more so it'll hold onto it a little more. But if I wanted to kick a little higher, I just angle the ball up more on the bracket, more straight across. You never want to have it completely straight because it'll kick a line drive. So you always want to have a little trajectory. But that's how that is. And I'll do one showing actual punting formation and just the whole punting concept, the time runoff, the hang time runoff, and all of that, making the adjustments and all of that.